Hey guys, what's up? It's Coach Nye. I am so glad to be back here to dive into another episode with you guys. This episode, we're going to talk about standing in your power. How to stand in your power after being knocked down. Once you get back up, how to fully stand in your power. Now, this one, it can go a lot of different ways. You can look at it in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to give a couple of examples and a testimony of what I did. So what happens is, us as humans, of course, we all go through things. We all hit a bump in the road. We all have hard times that go in our life. And no one's problems are bigger than the other's problems, because you have some people that look at your problems and say, oh, I would never do that. Well, that's why you don't have those problems. Because what affects you, that other person may look at and say, why is that affecting you? And that's why they're not your problems. Remember, this podcast was all about learning how to love, push love, and learning how to man your business. So in the mix of going through our different situations in our life, we have to learn how to stand back up completely. Stand back up without humiliating ourselves, embarrassing ourselves, guilt shaming ourselves, gut punching our own self, and self-sabotaging our own self. Because a lot of the conflicts and a lot of that comes from us. We do it to ourselves. So what do I mean by that? So you have situations, you have different ships, as I call them. You have the friendship, the relationship, the situationships, and I'm going to do a whole nother topic on that. But one of those dynamics, one of those have knocked you down. So we'll take a relationship, for example, an intimate relationship. You're a significant other. So you guys are no longer, whatever happened, you guys separated, or, it ended. Bad terms, good terms, it ended. And in the mix of it, it hurt you. Now, the situation may have hurt you, or the situation of what happened may have hurt you, or being disconnected from that person may have hurt you. So, however it go, the goal now is to get you back on track. But how do you get back on track when you take such a hard blow? When you've put everything you had into it, when you went head first and you were strong into it. You did not play no games with your relationship. You put everything you had into that relationship just for it to fall apart. Now that's a gut punch, because now you're left standing. Sometimes in situations you're left standing with, I can continue to go on with this person and continue to be hurt because I'm never going to let go of the situation. You know what happens after that? The constant thinking, the constant worrying. You can go through that, or you can walk away. But if you walk away, now you're hurt. Now you're about to hit the floor. You're about to go through some dark nights. But we also know you go through the dark night to come out, because after midnight, you come out. That sun is going to shine. You're going to drive forward, and one day you're just going to blossom all over again with the new you, because that's just how it goes, right? So now you're figuring out which way you're going to go, and you decide to go through the dark night, which is not really a dark night, but that's how it feels, okay? So you decide to go that route. You decide to go through that route and heal yourself and from the situation. And you decide to go deep. And this is what ignites the self-love journey, right? The healing of self, looking within and saying, why did I allow these things or people into my life? Why did I put up with these things? This is what you go through. And you go through them and you figure it out and you shut down. What the enemy is trying to make you do is become depressed. But I believe what God is trying to make us do is to heal. He's trying to show us that we need to heal, show us our true self so we can properly heal, so he can properly bless us the way that he wants to bless us. So when you're going through all that, how do you get up? Well, here's a couple of steps. You identify the situation. You identify what the problem is. You identify what it is that trigger you into getting into these relationships, situationships, friendships, whatever it may be. Why do these things keep happening? Because a lot of the times we keep attracting the same thing, and we keep attracting the same thing because we're attracting them from an unhealed place. See, the unhealed you will accept anything because you don't have any boundaries. You don't have, it's not that you don't care. It's just more of you give everyone a chance. You give people the benefit of the doubt. And some you choose from the level of self-esteem that you're at. So if you're at a low self-esteem, that's what you choose. You think less of yourself, so therefore you choose less for you. So once you decide to separate and you go into healing, right? How do you pick yourself up? As we said, we identify the situation, what caused that trigger. We heal that trigger. We don't go into depression, but what we can do, as they call hermit mode, you can step back from people to get a full understanding of yourself. You can step back from people to give yourself that self-love care, that self-care. You have to speak positivity to yourself. You have to tell yourself, you got this. You're not the only person that went through this. You got this. You have to stop with the whole beating yourself up of feeling guilty or embarrassed for the things that you did. You have to stop thinking that people are looking at you in a certain type of way because of how you feel. None of that is true. That is the enemy. That is the enemy. Because you got to remember, when you up 100% up, people talk about you. So what make you think they're not going to talk about you while you down? It doesn't matter. You can give them something to talk about. You can be doing you. You can glow up, because that's what's going to happen in the end. You're going to glow up, and they're still going to create that narrative, whatever narrative that they can create to make themselves feel good about themselves when they come around you or let your name roll off their tongue. So after you stop doing these negative things to yourself and you start speaking positive, and you start looking at the situation in a positive, taking that negative energy and transmuting it to positive energy, then you can start getting up. Okay? And I tell people this all the time, don't be fake. Do not be fake. Don't go hurry up because you done got hurt and throw yourself out and start partying, going to clubs, being half naked, showing them what they missing, and don't do that. Don't do that. Go within and heal you, because you cannot heal yourself by worrying about a person that you are no longer in a relationship with. Worrying about what they doing. Is they thinking about you? Who cares? Because at this point, y'all not together. Who cares? Because what's happening now, you are taking that place of hurt, filling it back up with confusion, jealousy, envy, all that. No. When you actually go in to heal, you cut ties with any and everybody that cause pain or hurt to you. You cut them off, and you stay focused on you. And then when you rise and you start identifying that, okay, what the problem may have been, the triggers, then you start working on those things. And I'm telling you, when you start self-healing, you don't have time for everybody else, because you got so many tasks that's in front of you. You got so many tasks because you just identified that, oh, this is childhood hurt. Then another thing, you realize that, oh, this happened to me when I was in the 12th grade. This person said this to me, and this is what been calling my self-esteem issues. And you're busy now. You're busy working on you. You're busy working on the healing of you. And if you have time to think about somebody else and worry about what they doing, sweetheart, you're not healing then. You're prolonging your process. So, what you have to do is identify what it is, heal those triggers, therapy if you need to, because all trauma wounds are not able to be self-healed. You need professional help. Some people need professional help, and I ask that you reach out for professional help. Okay. Once you do that, then you start speaking life into yourself. You get up in the morning and you speak gratitude. First off, first thing you do when you open your eyes, give God gratitude, 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 gratitude. Be thankful for everything. Everything. Then you go in that mirror, you speak life into yourself. When you walk out that door, you are not going to wear on your face or on your sleeves or on you what you're going through. You are going to combat every negative thought that come to your mind and say, oh, I look tacky today. Your positive response to that is you look good. Don't worry about what other people think. You look good. You don't compare yourself. You just stand strong and you just keep walking. And that is how you start to stand in your power. Once you identify that, you're going to stop allowing people to attach themselves to you. You're going to realize how valuable your energy and your power is. Then you're going to go in the corner in the dark room or whatever. When you do your prayer and your meditation, you're going to call all that power back, all your energy back. You're going to learn to be not selfish, but really, 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 you're going to learn how to control how much of your energy and yourself that you give to people. Okay? And that is how you stand in your power. Because once you identify who you are, once you get up off that floor and speak life into yourself, that is how you get back on your throne. Now you know to never come up off your throne to approach anything or to approach anything that's less than the standards that you set for yourself, your values, your morals. Okay? So, you guys, no matter what happened, always remember self is first. You can't give anyone any love until you learn to love yourself. And also remember that if people love you, friends, friendships, situationships, whatever, if people love and respect you, it's going to hurt them to mistreat you. It's going to, not one of those, oh man, it happened, I'm sorry, and they drop a few couple of tears and then y'all back at it again and then you find yourself back in the same situation. When a person really loves you, they'll never do anything to see you hurt again. Okay? So let's close it out here. Remember, stand in your power. You are very powerful. Remember to also show love and learn how to receive love. Be open to receiving love because you deserve it. Pour into yourself before you pour into others. And if no one told you today, I'm telling you, I love you, I'm proud of you, and I want to see you win, okay? So you guys be great. Self-love. Bye.